A major crypto player admits they're dead wrong about XRP. You need to hear why. 9 million RLUSD minted. Ooh, it has to do with the new listing. Are we in a .com style bubble with crypto and XRP price talk at the end?
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
I was dead wrong about Ripple and XRP, says Galaxy Digital CEO. But before we get into the juicy news, like the haters out there changing your tone, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. Jeremy Touche says, been looking into Ondo a lot lately. Sounds like Ondo might be a big player in this game. Anyway, appreciate all your hard work and information, Klaus. You, sir, are a gem in this crazy crypto world. Jeremy, thank you so much for the kind comments. Yeah, Ondo is definitely making some moves. Same thing. We've seen a little bit of softness in the market. We'll talk about that a bit because some people are thinking we're in a .com bubble. I don't think so. Donald Washburn says, good day, sir. You forgot to say melting faces when talking about the Hopium Pumpers video thumbnails. Oh my gosh. Melting faces, grown men will cry. I've heard all the bullshit before. R. Schmidt, channel member, thank you very much, says XRP or bust. Been waiting 100 days. What's a few more? Dude, totally true, man. We've gone through hell over the last couple years. What's another 90? What is it? 3 days, everyone? Seriously, that's when we're going to be getting the rags. Bang Chief, All's One says, Bitch Boy Hippo is not relevant anymore. He's a lingering fart. Someone opened a window already. Salute, brother. Yeah, the problem is a lot of these players out there, they use you for views and for their own piggy bank. By the way, I saw a live stream, okay? It was a crypto live stream. On that live stream, there were two different bubbles in there to get people into their investing class at like $29.95 a month. Come on, man. Don't use viewers for your own piggy bank. That's gross. Ooh, speaking of piggy bank, look at BNB making a move. Up 10% last 24 hours. Bitcoin's into 96,653. ETH is 2642. XRP at 243. We're seeing some green come back in the market here. Sol's at 198. Doge 25.2. XLM is at 33.1. By the way, Ondo was making some moves. I saw it earlier. It was what, 130? I saw it here. What was it? 17th. Where did I see Ondo at? 17th. Come on, Klaus, you can find it. Here we go. 28th. Ondo 134. Tether. Oh, okay. Let's talk about this. USDT now accepted by 30,000 realtors in the United Arab Emirates. Everyone's talking about Tether in the bubble. Look, they've been audited by a major company. That's just, again, FUD out there to make people think that, oh, if I talk bad about Tether, it means this one over here looks good. No. Tether is not going to break, everyone. The historic partnership will enable over 30,000 real estate agents to use USDT for property transactions, bringing a new level of efficiency and security to the country's booming real estate market. Using stablecoins in real estate transactions aims to reduce the friction in cross-border transactions. Really important because we're seeing a lot of international money being invested in the UAE. The UAE has become a global hub for digital assets, ranking third in the world for cryptocurrency adoption, with Dubai's real estate market booming. Off-plan sales reached $77 billion. That is a 27.5% year increase. So you are seeing a lot of usage, a lot of adoption for stablecoins for payments. All right. XRP, we see it for utility, we see it for payments as well. So we are definitely starting to see adoption, but the majority of the market right now is what, everyone? It's speculative. Okay. And that ties into this story. Crypto has the inklings of a .com bubble, warns commodity strategist. Bloomberg Intelligence senior commodity strategist Mike McClone has warned that the cryptocurrency market could be approaching a tipping point similar to the 2000 .com bubble. I did that. I traded through the 2000 .com bubble. I was super, super young when that stuff happened. This is way different. Now, a couple of years ago, yeah, when people were doing airdrops for every stupid thing like that, that was very much more like the .com bubble. I could remember they were giving away shares back then, and people couldn't even use those shares to wipe their butts with it. In an issuing cautionary note, McGlone based his analysis on the relationship between BTC and gold, stating that the precious metal's recent ability to outperform the S&P 500 despite competition from the maiden digital asset, talking about BTC, could signal the start of a broader market. Basically, when things get crazy out there economically, people move to gold as a safe haven. But the big difference between the whole .com bubble and now is now we're looking forward to regs getting us going. The .com bubble wasn't about regs. That was just about a whole bunch of people getting into new tech. There was already like regs and stuff like that in there. It was already done as securities. Everyone was already cool with that. But the market was way different. The other problem, too, was just the stupid stuff you saw in the .com bubble. And what happened was this. people spent all this money on advertising, right? Like, oh my gosh, our company can do this, this, and this, and it never came to fruition. Now, we did deal with that a few years ago. Like I said, with all the airdrops, it was like Oprah's, you get a car, you get a car. Everyone was getting airdrops and they were completely stupid. Well, we flushed a lot of that crap out. Right. And we've also seen that meme is kind of picked back up. Utility is picked back up. Why? Because of the regs. So I don't see us in a .com style bubble because the regs, the ETFs and so forth are going to be helping us out as we go along. Let's talk more about adoption. But then again, if you disagree with me, please comment down below if you think we're in a .com style bubble. 9.1 million RLUSD minted by Ripple in the past 24 hours after a major listing. Ooh. Data shared by the Ripple stablecoin tracker on the X social media network RL tracker has shared that in the past 12 hours, San Francisco-based blockchain behemoth Ripple has minted almost 10 million. Prior to that, on February 7th, they issued another 1 million. This is really good. Those RLUSD lumps were issued after the recently launched dollar peg stablecoin scored 2 listings on major platforms. So again, big platforms. It went to Revolut and Zero Hash, okay? They get the listings. All of a sudden, people want to get in on that. Revolut and Zero Hash are like, yo, we want to issue these stable coins. And that's why I keep bringing up the volume with XRP staying juicy. As long as the volume stays high, everyone, we're good to go because people are going to want to launch products with you. And again, you want to stay relevant. Now, will some cryptos go to the wayside? Will some cryptos fail like the .com bubble stuff? Well, yeah, in every industry you have companies that fail. But the ones that are staying hot in the volume, banks, exchanges, ETFs are always going to want to play in your backyard. Now let's talk about someone who was a crypto Ripple hater here, XRP hater, and now is totally turning a 180. See, we go back now to this whole adoption part. Players over there that were like BTC only are now jumping in saying, yo, we're cool with this stuff. I was dead wrong about Ripple and XRP, Galaxy Digital CEO. A recent video featuring billionaire investor and CEO of Galaxy Digital Mike Novogratz has sparked a discussion in the cryptocurrency community. Bank XRP, a prominent crypto influencer, shared a video montage on X showcasing Mike Novogratz's candid admission that he underestimated XRP's potential, specifically the strength and dedication of its community. That's the other thing. The .com bubble did not have communities like this. It was speculation, but it was speculation with no sort of like strength of association. Novogratz acknowledged that he had not expected the asset to perform as strongly as it did following Trump's inauguration. He expressed surprise at how the digital asset defied expectations. The shift in Novogratz's perspective marks a notable departure from his previous skepticism and mirrors a similar change from Peter Brandt, who also criticized XRP. So you're getting a lot of haters out there that were like, yo, you can't do anything about it. Well, now that the price is changing, now that the community is still there, yeah, think about it. The last couple of years, we've been beaten down, yet the community's still there. These players are like, yo, has some staying power. During the conversation, Novogratz reflected on his earlier skepticism regarding XRP's long-term prospects. One of his key concerns was Ripple's substantial ownership stake in the asset, which he believed could limit decentralization. But now, as we're seeing more of that XRP getting, floated around the old stratosphere, he's starting to pedal it backwards. However, he sees the situation differently, recognizing that the token's success is largely driven by the XRP armament, a passionate and engaged community. People are really into certain crypto assets. And when you go look at the chart here, right? I mean, look at it. You got your BTC maxis, right? You got your Solana fans, your BNB group, you got your XRP crew. The ETH group, it's definitely starting to fade, and that's where you're starting to see a lot more softness in the price action. I mean, look at this. Look at the last 90 days for ETH. Down 16%, XRP is up 308. You see what I'm saying here? So you're definitely seeing certain things win. And it's not just a popularity contest, but it's also a finance contest. And that's where this whole .com bubble argument comes in, where people are like, yo, crypto is just a big bubble. Not everything is going to survive in crypto. There's going to be players out there that, yes, are going to go to crap. Then there's also going to be players out there that are going to be extremely successful. And what's awesome about it, hey, a little bit of Will Tenney in the background. Anyone watch the Canadian man, Will Tenney? Let me know down below. But what's awesome about this is XRP has staying power. Think of this, okay? Had the case, had the SEC going after it, had all the maxis going after it, and still remains in the top 10 in market cap, still in the top 5 in terms of market cap. Only 1.6 billion behind Tether. So XRP has staying power, and it's proving the critics wrong. Now, in terms of XRP price, the volume's sitting at $4.6 billion. Over the last 7 days, we've seen that, yeah, that decline. But look, this is what I talked about earlier. We're flattening out the curve. Oh, did that just give you guys all a bunch of PTSD right there? But that's the key. We had this decline right here, and then all of a sudden you saw this change right between the 6th and 7th of February, where we started pushing the floor on up. And that's a very important part. That has to do with the staying power. Now, I'll admit, okay, when we breached through to that whole 177 thing, that had a lot of people nervous, right? Sunday, bloody Sunday, almost a week ago. But now you can see what I'm talking about, right? We stair step down, we paused right here, we held very strong, and we've been moving up since, albeit slightly up. We're still moving up from there. Now, there are some people out there that are freaking out saying, bro, on Sunday, we're going to get washed. Super Bowl is going to be on. No one's going to be paying attention to crypto. And I understand that, right? There's going to be some big stuff going on within our same demographic, right, of viewers, okay? But Super Bowl doesn't rule the roost. And let's be real here. Once the Super Bowl is over, then what? Then we start talking about the February 22nd deadline, right? And that's the exploratory regs deadline with the SEC, CFTC, and other departments out there. We've also got pressure on the FDIC to release a letter to banks saying, yo, get into crypto. We'll back you. We've also got the new SEC person who we're waiting to get the confirmation on. We've also got one of the main litigation lawyers for the SEC reassigned. Suck on that, you fucking loser. We've also got those ETFs going in. Some of those big ETFs are going to buy directly from exchanges, which benefits us, not Ripple. You've also got what, everyone? You got more action on the sideline waiting to come in as we get the regs right around May 15th and 16th. So we're not that far away. And that's why I brought up R. Schmidt's comment in the beginning. XRP or bust, been waiting hundreds of days, some of you thousands of days. What's a few more? You know, there's always going to be haters out there, but I just shared with you a story of a massive XRP Ripple hater 180ing his stance on it based on the staying power of XRP and Ripple. I also shared with you several stories regarding RLUSD gaining more market cap. And that's why I'm not really too worried about the whole .com bubble and its application to crypto. Now, granted, if we saw companies again doing all the stupid advertising stuff, naming every stadium after them and all that kind of spending money left and right on advertising and not on building their networks and so forth, then yeah, I totally see where you're coming from and you'd be worried. But we're not seeing that. We also saw that the whole airdrop phase didn't work. The airdrop phase is just as cringy as, oh, melting faces, right? I mean, think about that. Everyone was airdropping everything, and it ended up being a bunch of airdrops of turds. In fact, you couldn't even wipe your butthole with the airdrop because it's digital and it wasn't paper. At least you could wipe your butt with stock back in the day, right? So yeah, definitely not worried about a .com bubble. But what I am worried about is just the government taking their sweet ass time. And I'm not just talking about the United States government. I'm talking about like all the governments out there because I think that's one of the big problems that we're going to face. You and I are going to be sitting here. We're just going to be like pounding the keyboard. What are you idiots doing? You should have done this, this, and this. And they're just sitting there like going so slow, taking blah, 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 blah. But we also have to realize that governments out there have a lot bigger fish to fry than crypto. You know, like sending $30 million worth of condoms to the Taliban through USAID. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you got crypto here, and then you got stupid government spending over here. And you see this stupid government spending right here? This is the United States. This is the UK. This is Canada. This is Australia. This is like every freaking government out there sending money for stupid shit that doesn't help us. So it's obvious that those players are going to focus on this here before they get to this. But Atkins and the crew said, yo, 100 days, we're going to have regs through the Senate as well as the House. That puts us May 15th, May 16th. That's not that far away. February 22nd, what do we got? We got the actual, hey, what are the current regs right now that we're using to take care of the market? Well, guess what? That's going to be done at that time too. So we're getting a lot of stuff happening, and it's going to be happening very quickly. We just have to be patient. And I know being patient is super tough. But like R. Schmidt said, and thank you, channel members, been waiting hundreds of days already. What's a few more? Choo choo what? Choo choo bitches.